Greatest boxers, if not the greatest boxer in history. He's absolutely sensational. But he retired years ago. And for me personally, I know these exhibition matches are entertaining. I like the one with Conor McGregor. Not so much the one with Logan Paul. I just see some of these things, and this is just my personal feel. This is not a movie. This is not Rocky 3, where Rocky is going against Thunderbolt. Ooh, that was his name, or Hulk Hogan, okay?
Floyd is not interested in boxing anymore.
Okay.
So he's interested in cashing in on events.
Before he wants an exhibition with me, but I disagree, and I don't want to fight with exhibition with him. I want to fight a real fight like this. So this is it. This is what I'm waiting for.
Well-known commentators Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman have stirred fresh debate by sharply criticizing Floyd Mayweather Jr. regarding a potential rematch with Manny Pacquiao. The issue escalated after Mayweather described the bout as an exhibition, even though circulating reports indicate agreements were already in place for a legitimate professional contest. Smith, in particular, believes Mayweather may be intentionally creating confusion, hinting that these mixed signals could be part of a calculated psychological tactic surrounding the situation.
I know you like to make money. You're never going to stop making money. Very, very few people on the planet know how to make money like you know how to make money. But some of this stuff has got to stop.
The situation drew major attention after Floyd Mayweather Jr. referred to the rematch as an exhibition, a statement that clashed with remarks from Manny Pacquiao, as well as the expectations of promoters, broadcasters, and other parties connected to the event. This unexpected change in how the fight was being described quickly sparked concern and suspicion among those following the situation.
I think that this is just a selling point. I think ultimately Mayweather has to agree to whatever the contract is. If it's a fight, I think one of the comments the other day really made a point that, one of the comments in our chat made a point that, has really stuck with me. Mayweather has to know the terms he agreed to. Come on, I mean, you can't just sign something and not know those terms. He's got to know that if it is in fact it has to be a fight, then he would do this. And he knows he's got to go through with a fight. He may just be saying this just to sell the fight in general, just to sell it as, make it a talking point, make it a controversial point, so that people want to wind up, talking about it more. It becomes a topic of discussion. And then from that perspective, people, end up watching, more people end up watching it because it becomes more of a polarizing topic of conversation. So I don't know. I see this eventually getting straightened out. I think it has to. I mean, Floyd has to fight right now. I think Mayweather probably wants to fight right now. I mean, Mayweather wants to fight and probably has to fight right now. And Pacquiao seems to want to and have to as well. So in one way or another, I think this is going to get straightened out.
Manny Pacquiao Promotions has accused Floyd Mayweather Jr. of failing to honor the terms of their agreement. According to their claims, Mayweather committed to the matchup as an official professional contest through multiple signed documents. They further state that there is verifiable evidence supporting this, including electronically signed paperwork and properly documented records confirming the nature of the fight.
Manny, by chance, did you see what Floyd said? I think he's saying that he feels it's an exhibition and not a real fight.
Is that what he's feeling? But he signed a real fight.
So it's for sure.
Yes, the contract that we signed is a real fight.
Real fight. Okay. Yeah, because I know he said
I wouldn't fight an exhibition.
No exhibition. It's either real fight or not.
Yeah, it's a real fight. Yeah.
Is Spears still in Las Vegas?
That's the contract that he signed. I mean,
Yeah. Okay, so it's still happening then.
he has to remember that.
But it's still on? It's still happening?
Oh yeah, we did sign the contract already, so there's no reason why.
Why wouldn't?
Why wouldn't?
Yeah. All right. Look good. You look already in shape. What adjustments do you think you're gonna make for the rematch? Adjustments compared to the first fight.
I have the improved and better strategy compared to the last one.
Max Kellerman strongly believes that in a second meeting, Manny Pacquiao would defeat Floyd Mayweather Jr. by stoppage without much difficulty. He bases this view on Pacquiao's recent activity, noting his improved sharpness, faster combinations, and constant pressure. Factors he feels would be too much for Mayweather to handle over the course of the fight.
Has been a breach of contract in terms of what Mayweather had to say the fight weekend of Fundora and Thurman. Apparently he did an interview said that it was an exhibition, that these guys didn't have anything to prove, that their legends were already set in stone, and that it would be an exhibition. He wasn't sure if it was going to be at the Sphere. Apparently, that is not true. According to a Boxing Scene article that interviewed Jazz Mathur, the CEO of Manny Pacquiao Promotions, said that, yes, the fight is contracted for the Sphere, booked at the Sphere, scheduled at the Sphere for September 19th. It is booked as a professional fight, not as an exhibition. It was never booked as an exhibition, which makes sense because Netflix got behind it, and I would assume that they would not want an exhibition. We said the other day, I think it was actually yesterday, we said that this fight has to be a real fight and not an exhibition because, one, Netflix is involved, two, Manny Pacquiao wants that get back, and two, also just betting lines. It's a huge aspect of this sport, and this kind of fight is going to generate a ton of money.
Manny Pacquiao has remained firm in calling for a formal rematch, clearly dismissing any suggestion that the bout should be treated as an exhibition. He insists the matchup must be recognized as an official professional contest rather than a stage showcase. This position stands in direct opposition to the reported stance of Floyd Mayweather Jr., creating a divide that makes it increasingly doubtful the fight will proceed under exhibition terms or without a well-defined agreement outlining competitive conditions.
So Pacquiao is the active, sharper fighter by the time he fights Floyd in a rematch, and Floyd would be in danger of being stopped. And in that fight, there is a very good chance that Pacquiao will stop Floyd Mayweather.
What? According to various reports, Floyd Mayweather Jr. was paid in advance under terms connected to a deal for a professional matchup with Manny Pacquiao. These payments were reportedly issued with the expectation that the contest would be officially sanctioned, which has led to concerns that redefining the fight as an exhibition could potentially contradict the initial agreement.
It's up to him. If he come out to retirement, then we'll have a Mayweather Pacquiao too.
Would you do an exhibition with him, or would you potentially entertain an exhibition with someone like maybe a Conor McGregor?
No, I don't like exhibition. Like I want if Mayweather is my opponent, I don't like exhibition. Like I want fight. Like there's a
Max Kellerman suggests that Floyd Mayweather Jr. has refined an approach centered on high-paying, low-risk matchups, often stepping in with YouTubers and UFC competitors rather than seasoned boxers. But he argues this method allows Mayweather to earn substantial sums while steering clear of the risks that come with facing elite-level professional opponents in today's boxing landscape.
Mayweather has already taken a cash advance payment of his purse for the upcoming Manny Pacquiao rematch on Netflix, despite it currently being in jeopardy. I don't even know how that's possible. Who gave him a cash advance before they even got to the fight? I understand like paying some up front to secure the fight, but paying everything? Maybe it's not what it is. Maybe the cash advance is like partially. But still, what? So if this is to be believed, and this is via ESPN, this is not, random Twitter person reporting this. I think Mike Coppinger also reported the same thing. If this is to be believed, Floyd took a cash advance and then undermined the promotion of his own fight to try to protect his 50-0 record and still make a...
Stephen A. Smith has voiced strong criticism toward Floyd Mayweather Jr., raising doubts about the caliber of opponents the unbeaten champion has taken on in recent years.
When you're that great and you're that elite, not just anyone deserves to be in a ring with you, even if you are retired, even if it is for exhibition purposes. A lot of people out there wish they could be in the ring, on a basketball court with a LeBron James, all right? You don't deserve it. You're not him. You're not on his level. He's so elite. He's so phenomenal. You don't deserve to be in that arena with him unless you've earned it. So that's just how I look at it. These exhibitions and all of that stuff, that little melee and stuff don't matter to me. As far as I'm concerned, it could have potentially been orchestrated. I don't know. But I do know not just anybody should be allowed to be in the ring with Floyd Money Mayweather.
Max Kellerman has emphasized that the original showdown between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao was far more than a standard boxing match. He describes it as the most financially successful fight of its time, widely known as the fight of the century, which attracted enormous worldwide attention and generated record-breaking revenue. He further suggests that this legacy is a key reason why Netflix is reportedly showing strong interest in promoting a rematch, aiming to recapture the same level of global excitement and nostalgia for today's audience. Reports also indicate that their 2015 encounter set historic pay-per-view and live gate records, establishing a major benchmark in boxing history. With both fighters now returning years later, Kellerman believes the rematch is being shaped less as a pure sporting necessity and more as a nostalgic event designed to revive memories of that iconic night, rather than delivering a peak prime competitive showdown.
Floyd was like, well, actually, from the fighter's point of view, my best interest is take minimal risk, maximum reward, not get hit, get out with all my money and all my marbles, right? Like, that's in the fighter's best interest. Fighters and fans' interest diametrically opposed. And so what Floyd figured out after a while, for example, with Pacquiao, Stephen A., is I don't have to fight this dude at the height of his powers. I can wait. Okay, I'll fight him now. Now there's pent-up demand. I'm going to make 5 times more than I would have made back then to fight a guy who's not as dangerous as he was back then. That's smart. And then what he realizes, wait a minute, because Conor McGregor's rise, I don't even have to fight fighters, boxers. I can fight dudes who don't box and make $100 million. Now, what fool wouldn't do that if he could? Why fight a guy who's trained his whole life to box you for $30 million when you can fight a guy who hasn't trained his whole life boxing for $100 million? Well, of course, Floyd's right about that, so that's what he did. And since then, he's realized, Stephen A., he never has to get in the ring with a dude who's trained his whole life to box, and he can make money. Whether it's a Japanese kickboxer, right, who's smaller than him, whether it's Logan Paul, who's a YouTube star who's twice his size, it doesn't matter. If you haven't trained in boxing your whole life, it's easy work for Floyd at any age, and he's going to make tens and tens of millions of dollars to.
Despite the surrounding disputes, Jazz Mather has stated that the rematch between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao remains scheduled as an official professional fight. He expressed confidence that the bout will deliver intense action, strong competition, and meet the worldwide expectations surrounding it. Mather also highlighted that both fighters are staying in top physical condition, arguing that despite their age, they remain sharp enough to produce a serious and highly compelling contest rather than an exhibition-style event.
Could be one of the most detrimental moments in Floyd Mayweather's career. Floyd Mayweather is back. Iron Mike Zambitis is actually from K1. And this dude was a monster. From the highlights I've seen, he would walk up to you, fire off combinations, and send your chin into the 4th dimension. Here's the only problem. His last fight was 10 years ago. So I don't expect Zambitis to, put on a masterful performance against Mayweather and beat him. But I also don't expect Mayweather to do a lot of damage to Zambitis. Mayweather's 48 years old. Mike Zambitis is 45 years old. If Mike Zambitis comes in and he's got that, quick style where he can just unload pressure on Floyd Mayweather, again, this could be a huge moment for Zambitis and a detrimental moment for Mayweather. So, what do you think of Floyd Money Mayweather versus Iron Mike Zambitis?
According to Jazz Mather, the planned rematch between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao is expected to take place over 10 to 12 rounds, with both fighters wearing 8-ounce gloves. But he explained that these proposed rules are meant to balance competitiveness with the fighter's late career physical condition, while still maintaining safety and entertainment value. Mather also mentioned that although Pacquiao's team is pushing for the fight to be held at a 147-pound welterweight limit, the final weight agreement has not yet been settled and still requires confirmation from Mayweather's side. Overall, the current framework reflects ongoing negotiations aimed at ensuring fairness, while also supporting the massive commercial and global interest surrounding what is being positioned as one of the biggest boxing events in recent years.
Do you feel the demand is going to match up to the expectations?
Better. I think that demand-wise, look, people are always going to have comments. They're always going to have something to say. A lot of people are excited. A lot of people are saying, oh, this fight's not going to do that great. Or why are they doing this? They're so old. They're this, that. Those are going to be the first people that are going to want to watch it. I think leading up closer to the fight, when people start seeing their training camp videos, and then they're going to be like, wow, like this is not a joke. These guys are in serious conditioning, right? Because a lot of time you see boxers, they're in their early 20s, they're great. And when they hit their mid 30s, they're completely out and they just can't continue anymore. These guys are different. They're built different. They are different. There's a reason why They're global icons, not just boxers.
The situation becomes even more complicated due to Floyd Mayweather Jr. continuing to take part in exhibition matchups against opponents outside traditional boxing, including crossover athletes. There are also allegations suggesting that some of these scheduled exhibitions, such as a proposed bout with kickboxer Mike Zambides, could potentially conflict with the terms of his agreement related to Manny Pacquiao.
Let's get into some of the key particulars as well. How many rounds is the fight? What weight will it be contested at? What ounce gloves will be used? Can you share some details there?
So 10 to 12 rounds, 8-ounce gloves. The weight has not been confirmed yet. Okay, we're still waiting on Floyd's side for this one, but it'll be we're hoping around 147 is what Manny wants.
Gotcha. And it sounds like the rounds could be either 10 or 12?
10 or 12, yeah.
And these will be 3-minute rounds?
Yeah.
Max Kellerman continues the discussion by weighing in on the long-running debate over legacy and pound-for-pound status, focusing on whether Manny Pacquiao or Floyd Mayweather Jr. deserves to be ranked higher historically. The panel presents differing viewpoints on how greatness in boxing should be evaluated. Some highlight Mayweather's perfect undefeated career, elite defensive skills, and near-flawless technical execution inside the ring. Others argue that Pacquiao's career stands out more due to his aggressive fighting approach, willingness to face high-risk opponents, and success in capturing world titles across multiple weight divisions. Overall, the discussion reinforces that while Mayweather is often regarded as the more technically refined and defensively superior fighter, Pacquiao is seen as having taken greater risks and achieved success against a wider range of opposition. Despite the contrasting opinions, there is agreement that both athletes belong among the greatest boxers in history. In the end, the debate remains open, reflecting how subjective the concept of boxing greatness can be when comparing skill level, achievements, and overall influence on the sport.
I mean, when people say the biggest fight in boxing history, if you don't adjust for inflation, et cetera, or tickets sold, et cetera, Joe Louis and Max Schmeling, the rematch, Ali and Frazier, the first fight, these were the biggest fights in boxing history. But Mayweather and Pacquiao was easily the biggest fight of its era, of the generation. And it was the highest grossing fight of all time.
Sure.
Because it had 4.4 million pay-per-view buys at $100 a pop. Do the math, right? It's interesting because Netflix is obviously in the business of, you said, eventizing.
Yes.
Everyone, they want enormous events that become shared experiences. In a way, in this day and age, partly because of delivery systems of content like Netflix, everything is so niche. Everything is so compartmentalized that there's very few shared experiences. It's one of the reasons that the NFL is such a...
Manny Pacquiao has made it clear in recent interviews that his position regarding a rematch with Floyd Mayweather Jr. is firm and not open to compromise. He insists the fight must take place as a fully sanctioned professional bout rather than an exhibition. Pacquiao has stated that the agreement they signed was for a legitimate contest and believes those terms should be fully respected and followed. He has also expressed that he has no interest in a staged or non-competitive format, as he wants the outcome to count on both fighters' official records. For him, the rematch is centered on legacy, integrity, and ensuring a real competitive event that delivers value and credibility for both the athletes and the fans.
What's going to happen in Mayweather-Pacquiao? Are you interested in it?
Yep.
Is it a good fight?
Yeah.
I'll be watching.
Watch it. The first one was awful, but now they're 50 years old. Let's see it.
But why though? But you didn't like the first time.
No, I didn't.
I'm not watching the second.
You didn't like that match?
No, the first
Oh,
fight.
yeah, I forgot. So when it wasn't grandpa's,
By the way, that fight went more or less how I thought it would go. I always thought it would go that way.
But you liked Pacquiao more.
No, I didn't like the fact that it was
Who's your
diminished.
favorite fighter, Pacquiao or Floyd? Come on, we know it's Pacquiao.
I'm a Pacquiao fan.
I'm a Pacquiao fan.
Actually, Floyd White is actually more my style of that perfect boxer.
That's what
when I do a pound for pound ranking, I'm trying to be objective. Pacquiao jumped more weight classes. What he did pound for pound to me was more impressive.
But you have him over Floyd.
But I never thought Pacquiao was going to beat Floyd.
Manny Pacquiao has stepped up his training ahead of a much-anticipated rematch with Floyd Mayweather Jr., preparing as if the fight will carry full professional stakes. Known for his intense discipline, Pacquiao is reportedly putting in around 30 to 36 rounds of training per day, a demanding routine he has maintained throughout his career to develop endurance, speed, and sharpness. He has repeatedly made it clear that this bout is not meant to be an exhibition, but a fully sanctioned contest, which is why he is treating it with maximum seriousness and focus in camp. This high-volume preparation reflects his long-standing reputation for exceptional work ethic and commitment to peak conditioning, even in the later stages of his career. By maintaining such grueling daily sessions, he aims to ensure he is fully prepared for top-level competition, showing both his determination and respect for the sport's competitive standards.
I don't need somebody to push me to work hard, work more, but I do. I did. I always put that in my mind when I'm in training. I have to do extra mile to get that condition. Like for example, my fight is 12 rounds, so I'm doing 30 rounds, at least 30 to 36 rounds every day. So that's that's 30 rounds and 36 rounds that's a hard push like not like taking lightly, but just push 30 rounds. So when I get to the ring, so whatever happens, I have stamina, I have gas, whatever happens. So that's the makes the fans happy and enjoy the show because of action. Because if I'm a fan, if I'm a fan, I'm going to watch a fight. So I want to see a fight that more on action because that's what I want to see.
What do you think? Does Floyd Mayweather Jr. approach reflect smart business strategy, or does it raise concerns about the sport's credibility? Share your opinion in the comments below.